Good morning, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Saturday morning. I'm here in my flat in Rochester, Kent, and I've just got up, made myself a cup of herbal tea, and I'm just getting ready for the day, basically. It seems a lot of people are up early. Some are going to work, some aren't. But it's Saturday, so it's not a weekday, but it's still busy because people go to work on a Saturday. So you've got people getting up in the morning, getting ready for work and going to work. And then you've got people at home with their children. Maybe they're going to go out shopping or something and enjoy the day. Today the sunshine isn't out, it's dull. It's not cold though, I wouldn't say it was cold, but it's dull. And it's not sunbathing weather. It was yesterday. It was amazing yesterday. The sun was out and it was sunbathing weather yesterday was. There was lots of people about enjoying the sunshine, which was nice for a day in September, because we're getting on for the end of September. Well, next week, the end of it, will be getting on for the end of September. So to have weather like that, it's like an Indian summer. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and happy name day to George R.R. Martin, first of his name, son of Raymond and Margaret, and the true creator of Westeros and the Seven Kingdoms.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. The time is 8:20 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Saturday the 20th of September.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 14 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Today's forecast has showers, with a high of 21 degrees and a low of 9 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
I hate doing the washing up. It gives me a real sinking feeling.
I know what you mean. Alexa, which celebrity was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 20th of September include Khabib Nurmagomedov, George R.R. Martin, Jon Bernthal, Sophia Loren, and Ainsley Earhart.
Right, guys, so I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. For some people it's not so wonderful, but I do try to keep a positive outlook. However bad things may seem, I still try and maintain a positive outlook and not get depressed. And I take pleasure in going outside, seeing the nature, hearing the Rochester Cathedral bells ring, my pets, my dog and cats, and just being nice and kind. I don't see how people can be cruel and nasty. It's not in my nature to be cruel and nasty to somebody. If somebody needed my help, even if I didn't like them, I would help them because that's the way I am. But what's going on? Every time I do a YouTube video, guys, dogs barking. Dogs will bark. Should we just let them? Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Who let the dogs out? Woof, woof, woof. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Every time I do a YouTube video, no matter what time of day it is, there is some kind of commotion or noise going on. It's not funny. They think they're funny. They're not funny. It's childish. But then they don't see it on the YouTube video when it comes out, do they? They're hullabaloo and noise. I've done videos where I can't even sit out on my balcony. They all make noise and nuisance. If you go through my videos, you will see that when I sit out on my balcony, they all start joining in together or separately, combined, making a load of nuisance and childish noise. You'll see it. And it is childish. It's absolutely childish. They're in fact taking the mickey out of my mother. They're taking the mickey out of my elderly mother, making out my elderly mother's me to hide child abuse, which isn't funny. That's what they're doing. They're making out this is what my dad did to me. That's how he got away with abusing me, by pretending I was his wife, an old woman. Right? So they're covering up child abuse, which is not funny. I don't find it hilarious. And they carry on to do it because they're all frightened of going to jail. And I'm going to be quite seriously honest with you. They're frightened to go to prison because they all had a hand in covering up what my dad was doing. And I'll tell you something else as well. My dad was alive in 2020 when I got this flat, and he'd abused me at my other flat at Lansdowne Court. About 3 times my father had abused me at the previous flat. So they was all ready and waiting for my dad to abuse me at this flat, right? Now my dad died in 2021 of a sudden heart attack, and they wasn't expecting that. They was going to allow my dad to keep abusing me and keep abusing me, but God found a way, and my dad can't do that to me anymore. So I believe in God and Jesus, and God and Jesus removed my dad from the equation. Although I live a solitary life on my own, and Derek was not my husband, he was my dad, my father, who these people in professional jobs allowed him to abuse me. And we're talking about people in caravan parks that knew what my dad was doing, people in holiday homes that were allowing him to abuse me, his daughter, not his wife, and what they got away with. So let them carry on making out I'm my mother, an old lady, and casting me in this prison where I can't meet anybody because they're taking the piss. They're putting people with bald heads in front of me like my mother. Old ladies, skinny old ladies, and I'm not an old age pensioner. And who would want to live a life like that? Being stuck indoors with the neighbours taking the piss out of you and trying to guard you and keep you indoors in case you tell somebody the truth. Because that's what they're doing. They're all scaredy cats. They're scared. The chickens. They're just guarding me so I shut my mouth. That's all they're doing. God forbid that I find happiness with a man because I'm a woman. God help it. If I found happiness, they'd lose me for good, wouldn't they? They wouldn't have their dog toy to throw about between them all. Side to side, over the road, up and down the road, on the field. They wouldn't have anything to play with if I went. Their dog toy would go. They'd have nothing to throw about and abuse, would they? So, first thing in the morning, next door takes their dog out. So we've had the noise from upstairs for 3 or 4 weeks. That's not worked. So this neighbour is starting again. This one next door. So they pair up together and think that they're going to drive me out of my own home by combining together and being a nuisance. Right, every time I go outside my front door, coming out, looking aggressive. Well, you can look aggressive, but you can't act on that aggression because I'll ring the police. So you can stand and guard everything and stare, but you can't do anything because this is my home. And the housing will have to do something. If they get aggressive and threaten violence, that's a different kettle of fish. That is. No, stand guard and they look at you and stare. I had a spate of, I'd go into the electricity meter box. One of them would be stood outside staring, watching me put my electricity on. As soon as I come out of my flat, one of them coming out with the dog staring. because obviously things have happened and we're not on good terms, so they just stare at you. Just stare with, stare like trying to make you feel horrible and uncomfortable, so you don't want to live in your own home. But I mean, I've got to prove all this, and this is what I'm trying to do. You have to keep logging everything, gang stalkers' behaviour. I typed into my phone, I said, does gang stalking ever stop? Basically, when you stop reacting to their behaviour. So if you just go outside and ignore everything they're doing, their silly, stupid, childish behaviour, like acting like little bullies in a playground, picking on some poor sod, then they tend to like move on and find somebody else to annoy. But this is going on for about 20 years in various different places I've lived since I left my ex-husband. So if it's an ex-husband or a partner that's got their feathers out of joint, then this could go on till they're no longer here. So I'm going to have to remain single on my own with no company, because either an ex-partner or a boyfriend has decided to have me gang stalked and watched and followed about and try and spoil my life. I can't. My dating site's been compromised. They're fake profiles. It's the same person trying to find out who I am. Ha ha ha. It's all the same. It's all the same speech. How are you today? Ha ha ha. He he he. Ho ho ho. That's what my dating sites are like. I can't find anybody real. I'm stuck in this prison, which obviously stems from Gloucestershire, in my opinion, because of the Gloucestershire number plates that are parked down the road and the vans that come from Gloucestershire. If I've left somebody, whether it's a divorce or I've left somebody because we haven't got on, I've moved on. I'm not going to go back to somebody. So if anyone's hanging on there thinking, oh shit, she'll come back and beg to me, she can't live without me, that's bullshit. I've been living on my own without you for some time now, because I've been, when I was in Gloucestershire, that was how long ago? 2008, nearly 20 years ago. Stop hanging on, for goodness sake. You don't control me. I don't get up in the morning and think about you. I've got other things to think about, like what I'm going to do with the rest of my life when these gang stalkers have pissed off and found something better to do. You don't fucking own me. Nobody does. I control me. And you're not going to get your cronies standing there intimidating me. I'll go out. I know it's uncomfortable, especially when there's 6 foot men standing there guarding you. And I'm a 5'5" woman, and I've got 6'3" men standing staring at me. Is that really necessary? I'm 5'5". They get blokes to intimidate me in shops and outside and where I live. Is it necessary to do that? To get the bully boys out on a little tiny woman? Is that really clever? Is that really being a big man, is it? Is that being a big man? Picking on a woman? Well, gang stalking is pathetic when you think about it. When you see the subjects that they pick on, a lot of it's tiny men and women. Small men. Because a small man's not going to fucking really fight back for himself, is he? They're not going to pick on a fucking 6'6" bodybuilder, are they? Well, not if they've got any sense, they haven't. Looks like it's going to rain in a minute, guys. It's dark outside, but you know, I've been gang stalked for a long time. I think it's an ex thinking that I'm going to go back to them or give in, and I'm not. I've been single for a long time now, and I've got every right to find happiness with somebody else. So it's illegal what they're doing, trying to prevent me meeting someone else, keep hanging on to a little thread that I might return, because I won't. I won't. If someone's mistreated me, hit me, bullied me, treated me like shit, do you think I'm going to go back to them? Absolutely not. And you can't use weapons on me now and fucking threaten me with stuff. You can't do that anymore. You can't go around saying shut your mouth or I'm going to do this and do that, because you're too far away. And hence these gang stalkers looking out for them. They know I won't go back to them. They know I don't want them, so they're getting people to follow me about and watch me, especially now I left living with my parents. When I was living with my parents, they could watch and monitor even more closely. And what my dad did to me was totally unacceptable. Right? And the police not doing their job properly, I'm complaining. Threatened me to shut my mouth and put me in prison. My dad's dead now. I can say what I want about it and get it out in the open that the police are corrupt. They're corrupt. Telling you to retract statements or you'll go to prison. The police threatened me. Absolutely they did. So am I surprised they're not doing anything now? Absolutely not, but I'm trying to get it all investigated as to who is perverting the course of justice and stopping the police doing their job properly. Who is it? Even Royal Mails and people high up shouldn't be able to corrupt the police. Royalty is they're funded by the public, and they're there to well, Alexa, what's the role of the royal family?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
So Alexa, what is the royal family's purpose?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Alexa won't answer things like that. So what are the roles that the royal family play?
From Quora.com. The royal family typically has a role in the governance or leadership structure of the country, either as ruling monarchs or as ceremonial heads of state.
So what is a ruling monarch? What is the monarch's job? Alexa, what is the job of the monarch?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Well, anyway, I'm not going into all this. Alexa, you have to word things because they're not allowed to talk about royal family and government, so you have to be careful what you say. But the king, queen rules the country.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Right? They've got no business in anything to do with corrupting the police, obviously, or abusing their power to stop. Well, it's against the law, even if a monarch commits a crime. It is. So if a monarch committed murder, a monarch committed a crime, it's still a crime even though they're a monarch. And anyone that covers up a crime by a monarch or the royal family is perverting the course of justice. That's what I'm trying to say. Just because you're a monarch, it doesn't mean that you can break the law, or if you're a member of the royal family that you can do bad things and get away with it. And anyone that's involved in corruption and covering up things that the royal family have done or anything else is in the wrong as well, obviously. So I'm just trying to understand why every time I report something to the police, no one does anything. So this is corruption high up. Obviously, it's corruption high up. It's got to be. Either that or it's the firm, the mafia. Every time I report something to the police, even if it's absolutely foul and it's one of it's a crime that deserves a prison sentence, nobody would do anything about it if it concerns me. I feel like I'm property, I'm being made fun of. I'm not a fucking dog, I'm a human being. And this is evil, what I'm going through. I think it's more than gang stalking. This is worldwide corruption. This is not just gang stalking, this is corruption. This is police not doing their job. People not giving me counselling. I'm not getting proper medical support. Doctors leaving me on the phone telling me that if I feel like killing myself, phone 999. This is wrong. What the fuck is going on? And you'll see, because I take the camera out. I didn't take it out last night because it was like getting too dark. But you'll see, as soon as I leave my flat door, they start their street theatrics, the cars and the people. It doesn't matter if it's snowing, it's raining. There's someone there trying to upset, cause trouble and annoyance, and try and make me miserable. And whoever is pretending to be people on dating sites, that's fraud. It's disgusting. That Catherine, Lauren Edwards' secretary, talking to me like I'm a piece of shit. You'll never move out of there. No, you won't. You'll never move. No, you won't. You're not in a wheelchair. I'm not saying she was royal. She sounded royal. I'm not saying she stuck up. She sounded stuck up. Catherine is Kate Middleton's name. Catherine. Royal dog, I am. Royal dog fodder. Would you say that Princess Diana was a dog? Would you say that Princess Diana was a dog that they played with? Tossed around past the parcel. They call him Princess Diana a dog. A woof woof, a doggy. Because she was nice, kind and helped people. I didn't see what they was doing to her. Now, I'm not comparing myself to Princess Diana, but I'm going through similar things to what she went through, without a shadow of a fucking doubt. And I don't know how she coped. I absolutely don't. She had the love of her children, and she'd met Dodi Fayed, but I don't know how she coped with this intrusion of privacy. Everything I'm saying, I'm doing, is being monitored and watched and made fun of. And they did it to Princess Diana. But she had such a busy life with her duties and her family that she probably didn't notice what I notice is going on in this evil, shitty world that we're living in right now. Because I'm on my own and I've got nothing much to do. I've lost everything I've had and had to start again 4 times. I notice things that other people don't. They're absolutely vile and disgusting. See you later.